Miss Baker, can you turn your camera off, please?
Good afternoon. This is call number 2021-02589 in the interest of Quentin and Summer Joshua. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn.
Oh, Judge, let's just swap the parties. Mr. Wren, can you turn your camera off, please? And Ms. Baker, can you unmute yourself? Thank you.
All right, Ms. Baker, you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Deidre Baker, the mother of
All
Quentin
right.
Joshua, Summer Joshua.
All right, and for the state?
Vita Sharma for the state, Your Honor.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Quentin Antonio Joshua. Mr. Joshua was served personally on April 1st, 2021 at 2:50 p.m. at 9919 Valley Lake Drive, Houston, Harris County, Texas. He's not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
He was given further notice by certified mail, return receipt requested. Which was not picked up by the Mr. Joshua, was held at the post office at his request on September 20th, 2021. So we will proceed by default.
Yes, Judge. I would like to call Ms. Ms. Baker, you can unmute, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Baker, how many children do you have?
I have 4.
And we are here for 2 children, Summer Rain Joshua and Quentin Joshua.
We're here for 2, but really for just Quentin.
Okay. Right. Who is the father of Quentin?
Quentin Antonio Joshua Sr.
And who is the father for Summer Rain Joshua?
Sean Clyde Hampton.
Okay. So Mr. Joshua is not the father of Summer.
No, we took a DNA. No.
Okay. And that DNA was done privately?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you know Quentin Joshua is the father of your son?
Oh, we were together for 9 years. We were together. Like, I know this for a fact. He looks just like his dad. Okay. And everything. He acknowledges his son. His family acknowledges his son. They're twins. They are alike in every way.
Okay. Are you currently married?
No.
And are you and Mr. Joshua living together?
No.
Okay. How would you describe your relationship with the other parent?
It's fine, I guess.
Okay. Do you think you can effectively co-parent with Mr. Joshua in reference to Quentin Joshua?
Yes.
Okay. How is your child covered under health insurance?
They have Medicaid.
Okay. And are you asking the court to order child support against Mr. Joshua for minimum wage in the amount of $216 a month for child support?
Yes.
And are you asking the court to order medical support in the amount of $57 for Mr. Joshua to pay that?
Yes.
I'm sorry, sorry, Judge. I need to go back on that. Child support in the amount of $219 and medical support in the amount of $45.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay. And are you asking the court for back child support from January 15th of 2017 until today's date?
Yes.
And that back child support amount is $12,483.
Yes.
And you're asking the court to order Mr. Joshua pay that at $113 a month?
Yes.
And do you have any reason that your information should not be disclosed to Mr. Joshua?
No. He can know everything.
Okay. Would him knowing where you live cause any harm or undue harassment to you or the child?
No.
Okay. And you're asking the court to order a standard possession order where Mr. Joshua can have access to his son on the first, third, and fifth weekends of the month?
Yes.
And do you currently live in Harris County?
Yes.
And does Mr. Joshua live in Harris County?
Yes.
Anything further that you'd like to say to the judge?
No.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have for Miss Baker.
Baker, are you asking the court to appoint you and Mr. Joshua as joint managing conservators, with you having the exclusive right to designate the primary residence of the child?
Yes.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Thank you,
Do I
Ms.
hang
Baker.
up
You're free
or-
to hang up. Yes, ma'am. You're free to go.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Mr. Rand, you can turn your camera on.
All right, good afternoon. This is cause number 2020-72368 in the interest of Ezekiel Duran. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemn right hand, ma'am. Your right hand.
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me? She can't hear me, Sherman.
Mr. Rand, maybe if you turn your volume.
You got muted. I'm sorry.
Okay, you can hear
All
the
right.
judge now?
Can you hear me now? You have to unmute yourself also.
And your right hand, Mr. Rand.
All right, you're unmuted. Raise your right hand to be sworn. Ma'am, you muted yourself again. Unmute yourself there. Leave
Okay,
it there.
sorry.
Raise your right hand to be sworn. Raise your right hand.
Sorry.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Evelyn Duran, and I'm the mother of Ezekiel Duran.
All right, and for the state?
Kavita Sharma for the state, Your Honor.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Jesus Hernandez Jr. Mr. Hernandez was personally served on February 5th, 2021 at 4:17 p.m. at 22076 Dogwood Drive, New Caney, Montgomery County, Texas. He's not filed an answer or appeared. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
Yes, Judge, that is correct.
And he was given further notice of this Zoom hearing by a certified mail return receipt requested that was delivered at 2:19 p.m. on September 20th, 2021 in New Caney, Texas, and he is not checked in. Is that correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Yes, Judge. State would like to call Miss Evelyn Duran.
All right.
And Ms. Duran, how old is your son Ezekiel?
He's 5 years old.
Okay. And who do you allege is the father of Ezekiel?
Jesus Hernandez.
Okay. And how would you describe your relationship with Mr. Hernandez?
No relationship.
And
Excuse me, how old are you, Mr. Run?
20 years old.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Sharma.
thank you, Judge. And how would you describe Mr. Hernandez's relationship with Ezekiel?
No relationship.
Do you think you can effectively co-parent with him without them having a relationship?
I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm sorry.
Okay. Are you asking the court to appoint you as the sole managing conservator, meaning the only person who can make decisions for your son Ezekiel?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to order 7 modified visits with your son and the father so that the father can have starting a relationship with the child?
Yes, ma'am.
When was the last time the father saw the child?
The last time he saw my son was when he was 3 years old
And son
on
is
his
how?
birthday, May
Okay,
3rd.
all right. And he is now 5 years old?
Yes.
All right.
When he saw him when he was 3, he didn't really see him. He just looked through a window and looked at him.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Go ahead, Ms. Sharma.
Okay. And are you asking the court to approve those modified visits?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And after that, you're asking the court to do standard possession order after the 7 visits are completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Like, after the 3
Do you, right.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you live in Harris County?
Yes, ma'am. I live in Baytown.
And does Mr. Hernandez live in Harris County as well?
No, ma'am. I think, well, he lives in Montgomery.
Okay, so you're asking the court to not put any restraints on where you maintain the primary residence of Ezekiel?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And do you have any safety concerns for yourself or your son in reference to Mr. Hernandez?
Well, I have the concerns in which where he was intoxicated and he had done drugs around my son, those times that he saw him. Those times I had mentioned to the lady.
Okay. And do you have any concerns with Mr. Hernandez knowing where you live?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And are you asking the court to order child support for Mr. Hernandez to pay that based on minimum wage of $216 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to order medical support at $57 a month based on minimum wage?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to order back support from November 10th of 2016 until today?
Yes, ma'am.
And that amount of back support would be $13,224.
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to order that Mr. Hernandez pay that at $120 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking the court to order Mr. Hernandez pay court costs?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Duran. I have no further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.